What's up, guys? So I got recommended in a comment section to do a video showcasing every one of my custom pieces. Um, I have a lot more that aren't custom. They're scattered about my room in display cases and shelves and whatnot. So I won't do a video over those. Well, maybe I will. Honestly, don't know, but this is a lot more interesting than doing those. So. Let's start here. So 1950 Chevy Suburban lowrider, patina paint job. It does not roll, um, which I don't really care that much. It just took me like 10 minutes to make. I just took a wire wheel to the paint and kind of gave it a worn look. Literally just glued the tires to the inner fenders. Doesn't have a motor, and I did some pinstriping. That was it. I don't really care about this thing that much. I just was kind of bored. So over here we have a Toyota Land Cruiser trail rig. You see it's been beat on a bit. Has some different colored body panels and has some rust. Has flexing suspension and beadlock wheels, 37s, sliders and bumpers. Just something once again that didn't take me very long to do. Over here we have a GMC 1500 2003 or something, whatever. Those years I didn't do a bumper, so it really could be any year. Solid front axle, another trail rig, flexing suspension again. That's it for that one. Here's something that's pretty cool. Full tube chassis rock crawler. It had a full-size spare on the back. I took it off for something else. And since it's so light, the suspension doesn't want to flex very much, but it does flex to an extent. Reservoir shocks, fuel cell, radiator fans, whole 9 yards. This thing is completely scratch built. Everything on here is scratch built minus the wheels and tires. These are 42-inch BF Goodrich crawlers. Up next, we have a 1968 Corvette 427. This was a green light. I put the drag tires on it and the side pipes. Everything else is all green light. So that's it for that one. Up next, 2005 LLY Duramax in maroon. Soon to have a roll paint. I just ran out of this maroon paint, and the hood comes off, and there is a motor in there, LLY. So that's it for this truck. Put this hood back on, and I'll move it down here. Oh yeah, sorry about the mess. My desk is a complete cluster. Right here's my latest build, 2006 GMC LBZ in Bahama Blue. Street truck for now, soon to be with a solid front axle and on a big lift for a 164 SEMA. Roll pan, stack. Need to redo the chrome on that stack. It's pretty fucked. Front end is all scratch built. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this truck. I think this is between these two right here. I'd honestly have to take this one, but I don't know. I love this body style, as you guys can probably tell. So that's it for that truck. Right here we have another 2006 GMC, this time a single cab flatbed dually. And this one has, if I can get the hood to open, guess not. But anyways, you guys have already seen the motor anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But it has an L5P in there, in newer high country interior. It's hard to see, but I have pictures of it on my Instagram. Up next, we have another 2006 Chevy this time. This time it has the fender flares, the factory style fender flares, and a 2015 rear bumper. And I put the tailgate handle on there, the tailgate latch. The paint on this, it's not great. It has some orange peel, but whatever. I don't really care. There's some like white stuff in there from when I was trying to polish it. I just haven't really cared much to get it out. I will though eventually. It's pretty easy. Just take a razor blade and kind of get that stuff out. And here we have yet again another 2006 GMC. This time on mud tires. Let's see if I can get this hood open. Yep. LBZ, Duramax, big turbo, all that. This truck has a lot of flaws. The front end is pretty bad, especially the bumper, but I'll fix that eventually. Needs some paint work in a lot of places, particularly right here where the roll pin kind of uncovered those spots. But and there's some paint chips down by the rockers and on the hood, so that's whatever. I'll get around to it one day. And here's my last classic body, GM 2001 LB7. This is a work truck for a company called MA Custom Homes. That's a company that is gonna be on my farm display. Glass right now, that's whatever. I'll fix that eventually. I just don't feel like it right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this truck. Up next, we have a GMC K3500 OBS dually single cab farm truck. Cummins swapped. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this truck. Nothing special really. Weathered it a bit. So yeah. Now we move on to my Jeeps. Here we have an Auto World JKU with the Chief throwback paint job. It's temporary. These wheels are eventually going to be bead locks. It doesn't even roll right now because the tires are rubbing against the inner fenders. The front rolls a bit. But this is just kind of something I put on the back burner for now. Right here we have a Greenlight JKU Mountain Edition. When I was taking pictures of it, some of the cage broke, and I just never really got around to fixing it. I will soon. I just kind of once again put this on the back burner, but this one's a bit more extreme. It could use a lot better wheels and tires. Suspension flexes. Pretty decent Jeep. Oh yeah, it has half doors too, so I like it, minus the fact of the shitty wheels and tires, but that's whatever for now. Right here we have a CJ7 cage done by me, all the fender trimming, all that done by me. Flexing suspension once again. Wheels and tires once again suck, but that's whatever. And here is probably what is one of my worst builds. The CJ5, oh god, this thing is terrible. The suspension, I mean, look at that, that's just god-awful. I don't know, honestly, what to do with this thing. I don't know if I can even fix it, but who knows with this thing, honestly. Okay, now we're on to Dodges. So right here we have a 5th gen Mega cab extension. Oh my god, I don't know what I was thinking, but I made this thing way too short right here, but that's whatever. Bumpers, scratch built. I like the bumpers a lot. Stealth style bumpers. The front glass has cracks in it, and I will fix that eventually. But this is probably my favorite Dodge I have, honestly. I've got some more in the works, 2 3rd gens and 2 2nd gens, so I'm actually starting the 3rd gens today, actually. So, But yeah, for now, this is my favorite Dodge I have. Up next, we have a 4th gen with stacks, custom lights. I didn't do any of the paint on this. It's just an alright truck. It had some wheels, and I took them off for something else. So this is how it's gonna sit until I can get some wheels for it. Now we're on to the some more Jeems. So here's a high country dually, fuel cell, drop hitch, full suspension, scratch built, some Evos from 3D Scale Parts. IFS is all scratch built. All this is scratch built. All the suspension. Paintwork is just factory green light minus the lights and the mirrors and the grill. But yeah, this didn't take me very long either, mainly because I didn't have to paint anything. So yeah, I really like this truck. Not much to say about it though, really. So that's it for that one. Here we have a solid front axle and Denali HD. Took the wheels and tires off. For something else. Eventually I'll get some more. But I just didn't have like use for this truck, so I just took the wheels and tires off and put this up in a cabinet. Suspension does flex. It's kind of hard to demonstrate without wheels and tires on it, but you can see the zip ties, bumpers, sliders, all that. Overland rig is basically what it's supposed to be. Up next we have a L5P 2018 in all HD. This thing is pretty rough, honestly. The front end, it has potential, but I just screwed up the paint so bad, and that hood is terrible. I've thought about redoing this truck, and I will one day. I just don't really feel like it right now, so it's a nice piece for my farm display, so I don't mind it. Up next, we have a 2016 LML Chevy. The hitch is in the bed, it fell off. Slight lift, tow mirrors, and a ranch hand. This is the only 3D printed bumper I have. It's a ranch hand that I modified to fit this truck, and it's alright for what it is. Took me probably 20 minutes to do this truck just because I didn't have to paint anything. All I had to do was really lift it and put these wheels and tires on it, and the front end I already had cut from a previous build to fit a Greenlight 1500, so that was pretty much just slap it on there and go. And here we have a 2015 LML. This one's pretty custom. Traction bars. It had wides, took them off for these, and deleted the tailgate handle. And it has a L5P hood swap, but underneath the hood you can see a built LMO. It does need more detail, I will say that. In the future that will happen. I also need to fix that windshield. Sometimes the hood doesn't always go back on perfect, but that's whatever. But yeah, this was my favorite truck in my collection for quite a while, so I don't think I'll ever get rid of that one. Up next we have a 2012 LML. Probably, I don't know, about 6 to 7 inch lift. I never covered that stuff up in there because the original plan for this truck was for it to be a low street truck, and it still will be eventually, so this is just a temporary setup. I just thought these wheels and tires would fit it nice. Oh yeah, it has a lift pump as well, so pretty nice truck. Let's see, let's move some stuff over here. So here's 2 builds I did kind of simultaneously. 2011 Chevy Tahoe Duramax swap, 3/4 ton swap. It has a bit of squat, which I don't know how the hell that happened, but I just really don't care about this thing anyway, so I don't know. I'll fix it maybe one day, but just don't have enough care for it really. And here is the second build, 2020 High Country HD. Has some dust on it because it's been sitting on my shelf for a while. About a 3-inch lift, 37 stock wheels, amp steps, big exhaust, drill a hole in the bed for a gooseneck. I regret doing that. And the paint, as you can see, is terrible. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me then, but I sucked at painting, like absolutely terrible. I don't know, maybe I'll fix it, but it's pretty tough because like over half of this truck is 3D printed, so stripping the paint would be a major pain in the ass. But I do have another one of these kits, so I'll probably just do another 2020 from scratch. Just kind of let this sit on my shelf or maybe sell it, I don't know. Now on to square bodies and Fords. So here's a OBS 9773 Powerstroke farm truck. Still has the F-150 badge. I'll get rid of that eventually. Exhaust, bit of stance, everything like the mirrors and the antenna, that's scratch built. The mud flaps are scratch built. Toolbox is out of a Greenlight Chevy 1500, and the cab lights are toothpicks that I cut in half horizontally, and then of course I cut them to the shape of cab lights. So that's how I do all my cab lights now. I originally did them with paper clips, and it just was not looking good. So up next we have a Motormax 6-liter Ford Powerstroke. My girlfriend did all the paint work on this thing. It's pretty nice for first timer. I did the suspension, and it's decent. I mean, nothing special really. But yeah, pretty decent truck. I was wanting a Motormax so bad before I got this, and I finally got one. So, and this thing also has some orange peel, but once again, my girlfriend painted this, and I think she did pretty good for her first time. Up next we have a another Jeep. I forgot to show this. Mopar edition. This was a SEMA build for SEMA last year, and I didn't even put it in the booth because I didn't like it. Wheels and tires really ruined it, I think. But hey, that's that, I guess. Up next we have a 2017 F350 37s on stocks. Took the side steps off, the lower valance, and added a Greenlight hitch and an exhaust. Pretty decent little truck. Yeah, it's that. Here we have a GMC K20 truggy that I did, flexing suspension. Up next we have a 75, I think, or 73, I could be wrong, K10 that I one-ton swapped, and added an LB7 Duramax motor. So here, let me take this hood off. Yeah, it's alright for what it is. I'm gonna redo that eventually. Up next we have probably what is one of my best crawlers, I think. My 85 K5 Blazer, or no, 81, I think. Yeah, it's an 81, I believe. Eventually it's gonna have a cage. I just didn't feel like it. I was gonna do half doors, decided not to because more weight means more articulation. But yeah, that's that. And now we have my Broncos, my first-gen Broncos. This thing had terrible suspension, terrible wheels and tires, so I took them off. Bumper also kind of shit itself, so that's that. This was made using a Matchbox, and this was also a Matchbox. I don't know what the hell went wrong here. I think if I redid this upper part of the cage, it could look pretty good, but I don't know. Wheels and tires are pretty bad too. Also, believe it or not, I painted this with a brush, so yeah, it's pretty bad. But that's that. And then last but not least, certainly not least, what is one of my favorite builds personally, is this Greenlight Bronco. This cage, I love the design of this cage, honestly. The only thing I would change on this is the wheels and tires, and that will change eventually. I just haven't found the right time to buy any from Shapeways. But God, I love this thing, honestly. It's one of my favorite crawlers. This and the K5, as well as the Toyota Land Cruiser, are my all-time favorites that I have. And full tube chassis, obviously. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my collection. Let me know if I should do another video showcasing my custom stuff. I don't know. I really don't see the point in it, but I know some people are interested in that. Or I might do a video showcasing my classic car collection. I have quite a bit of those in 164, so. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Also, thanks for, what are we at now? 190 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. I hope I can hit 200 soon. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos.